This is going to be a short presentation on regression analysis. I'm just going to introduce you to some ideas, and in later slides or later presentations, I'm going to get more into depth. We have the y and x-axis, which we normally plot, and then we have a bunch of data that we've collected. It doesn't really matter what it is we just have some data, and we're going to try to draw a relationship. And it's typical to try to fit a straight line within that, but the problem with fitting a straight line is we get errors. And the distance between the dots, if you see the gray dots and the blue line, we would call error. What we try to do is we try to minimize all these errors, and that's why it's called the least squares method. What we're trying to do is minimize all the distances between the error rate, the error, and the line itself. This is also known as the standard error of the estimate, which is very similar to the standard deviation. So when we make a line like this and we have a lot of errors, we're trying to minimize the standard deviation between the gray dot and the blue line. And we'll talk about that technique, but it's more important that you understand what we're attempting to do. So now we have a couple things I want to tell you real quick. This would be called a negative relationship. This would be a positive relationship. But we're always trying to look for the relationship between some type of data and some type of line. So in the end, what is the average error? We're trying to figure out how much error do we have in there? And we also want to know how strong is the relationship. That is the point of regression analysis, and that concludes this short presentation.